Guess what? Today, we're talking about your least favorite subject, and that is your diet. Yes, how is your diet impacting your skin health? We need to address it because at the end of the day, acne is a chronic inflammatory skin disease. So you can't treat a chronic inflammatory disease with inflammatory food. I'm just putting it out there because in 2021 we have to make it make sense. A lot of people like to ignore this topic because it's not sexy, it's not clickable, people don't really want to talk about it, but it can make or break your skin's health. And so we have to address the elephant in the room, which is your diet. So I have compiled all of the things that I have pretty much given up to achieve clear skin. Now I'm gonna be 100% with you. I have acne prone skin, so I will always get acne. I get acne once a month, but lifestyle and diet makes my acne a lot more manageable. And then all I have to worry about is getting rid of dark spots. And that is where skincare comes in. But in terms of managing acne, that's through my lifestyle and diet. For the people who love to say that, well, what about hormones and what about, underlying medical conditions? That's not what this video is about. And if you do have hormonal acne, which I also get hormonal acne, your diet can make your hormonal acne worse. And so you should be watching this video as well. So now that we've got through all of the objections, let's just get into it because this video was hard for me to make. After really looking at all of the things that I've given up, it's a lot, y'all. So I'm not even gonna waste any more time. We're just gonna get right into this video. You're gonna be on a BBL diet. I'm just gonna let you know right now. I'm sorry, not sorry. The first thing that I have given up is pretty much sugar. Anything that looks like sugar, anything that tastes like sugar, I have pretty much given that up. So I'm talking soda, juice, pastries, pancakes, French toast, all of that is gone. I do not eat any condiments. So barbecue sauce, ketchup, you'll be surprised how much sugar is in ketchup. Like, it's a lot. And so all of that had to go. There's so much hidden sugar in food, and your daily intake of sugar should be about 25 grams. And so with all the hidden sugar that's already in food, I have to give away or give up a lot of the obvious sugars that is in food. Anytime I ate food that had a high level of sugar in it, I was pretty much guaranteed to break out. And so I had to let that go. Whew, okay. No liquor. Yes, no liquor. Liquor had to go. Now, I still drink, but if you knew me in my past life, my drinking has reduced a lot. Like, I'm not even gonna talk about my past life, but I would say now I probably drink like every 2-3 months or a special occasion, but I had to let go of the brown liquor. That one was tough. But again, it's sugar. It's sugar. Like, I had to let it go. I also try not to consume a lot of dairy. I was never a big dairy drinker to begin with, but I try to limit like the cheese, the milk, all of that also had to go. I try to be mindful of my carb intake, so I try to stay away from refined carbs in particular. So any type of like bread or just starchy type foods, I stay away from because those things break down into sugar and they're just not good for you. But if you are still here after I told you I gave up condiments and ketchup, kudos to you. Like, you're really about it. So I had to shout you out, and we're gonna keep this list going. This one was a really tough one for me to give up, which was meat. I've given up eating chicken on a daily basis. I also do not eat a lot of red meat. And so this was my whole thought process behind it. And I don't know how much of this is true or fiction, but understanding that when animals die, they go through a lot of stress. And when they're going through this stress, they're producing stress hormones. And then we're intaking those stress hormones. I'm already stressed. I don't need nobody stressed on me. So I still eat chicken and I still eat red meat, but I have reduced that a lot. So I probably eat that like maybe once a week, once or twice a week, like on the weekends, versus eating it every single day. And so that was definitely a transition, and it was different, but I definitely noticed a difference in my skin once I'd given that up. Hey, so future me is here. I just wanted to clarify a few things. I do eat meat once or twice a week for dinner, but for breakfast, I do sometimes include meat. And so you're gonna hear more about what I eat on the day-to-day towards the end of this video, but I just want to clarify that because I don't need no one coming for me in the comments. But yeah, just want to clarify that. And another thing is, while I do say give up a lot, I mean severely reduce. So a lot of these things that I've severely reduced to the point that is almost non-existent, but I do sometimes partake in these things. So just wanted to clarify those two things, and back to the video. Consuming fast food, which I feel like is an obvious. So avoiding fries and a lot of greasy foods. Y'all, I used to go to Chick-fil-A so much that I don't know if you remember this, but they give you a survey. And I used to fill out those surveys so much that I constantly was getting like free meals. That's how often and frequent I was at Chick-fil-A. So I had to give that up. That one was tough. Oh gosh, I'm getting emotional over Chick-fil-A. So now that we've talked about all of the things that I've given up, let's kind of talk about like what I eat on the day-to-day. One of the things that I do is I practice intermittent fasting. And so with that, I either eat from, I want to say from like 10 to 5 or from 12 to 8, but I go extended periods of time fasting, which has a lot of health and skin benefits. I'll talk more about that in a separate video, but I also wanted to just highlight that here. And so my breakfast lunch looks like a wrap. I have a spinach wrap with either boiled eggs and 2 pieces of turkey bacon, or I'll just eat boiled eggs, like 2 boiled eggs for breakfast. I try to keep it light, and then for my dinner lunch, I pretty much eat around like 3-4. I would eat like some rice and beans, some cabbage, and salmon. So salmon has pretty much been my, like, I guess, meat of choice, because I have reduced my chicken intake a lot, and so that's pretty much what I eat on a day-to-day. I eat salmon. If I'm going out with friends or whatever, like I was recently in Mexico, I would get like shrimp tacos or a salmon dish, pretty much any type of fish dish that I can. If I need something quick, I love Chipotle. I feel like you can't go wrong with Chipotle. And I recently did go to Chick-fil-A, and when I went to Chick-fil-A, I got a Cobb salad with grilled chicken. So I just try to look for the healthiest option I can get while I'm out. I would say my crypto is definitely chips. So for snacks, I do like to eat tortilla chips. Very plain tortilla chips, but I can go through bags of those. I've always loved tortilla chips. And then I also like to eat fresh fruit. But again, because I have to be mindful of my sugar intake, I try not to go overboard. But I typically would eat like a tangerine, or I'll eat some strawberries. But yeah, those are the fruits of choice. And so I know you're like, girl, that's not a lot of food. It's not, but it has worked for me, and I feel great about what I'm consuming and also the benefits that it has had to my skin. And so I wouldn't go out and say like, you need to get my diet. My diet works for me, but I would recommend that you identify what's triggering your acne, and then also reduce and eliminate that triggering activity. Like, you have to put in the time to really assess what is happening and what is the correlation between what you're eating and your acne. And then once you do that, like, really focus on reducing it. Now, you don't have to go 100 to 0, but slowly every month, like, how can you reduce it? How can it go from 4 times to 3 times to maybe twice? Figure out how to reduce it. I really believe that your diet can improve your skin. At the very least, it does not make acne worse. And so we want to make sure that we're not putting anything in our body that is going to make our skin condition worse. Give me a comment below letting me know what you're doing for your lifestyle and diet. Would you try any of the things that I have mentioned in this video? Also, don't forget to like this video. It helps me to know to create more content like this, and subscribe if you have not subscribed. And that is it. I am going to do another video about my lifestyle, because that is, I would say it's intense, but it's not as intense as my diet. But yes, definitely make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss that. And I will share my skincare routine, because I know a lot of people are like curious as to what I'm actually putting on my skin, so I will eventually share that. But I want, by the time I share my skincare routine, that you have like everything you need to get your acne manageable. And so this is a good starting ground, okay? It's not going to be the end all be all, but it's a good starting ground to get closer to your skin goals. So that's it, y'all. Thanks for watching. Bye.